All right. Yeah. So I'll wait. Okay. Huh? No. All right, good morning, everyone. Once again, this is just a second call that we are getting ready to begin. If you can please take your seats, we would like to make sure that if there are any extra seats needed, that we know the exact amount. So during this time, if you can please take your seats, and we'll begin shortly. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tyreek Lang. I am the middle school and high school dean of students here at the International School of Los Angeles, and it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the 2025 commencement ceremony. Before we get started and the processional begins, I want to take this time to just give a few pieces of information in case of emergency and just some house protocols just so we can ensure consistency and safety throughout the event. At this time, please make sure that you're aware of your exits, which is here on my left, your right. Also, on my right and your left in the back corner, the gate. There's a Pickwick gate, and then there's a main Riverside gate this way, in case of emergency or fire or of anything of that nature. Also, in case of, at this moment, there's no vaping or any substances or any alcohol permitted on campus, so please make sure. I heard a couple laughs, that's not funny. As of this moment, there's no more vaping. Okay, I'm just kidding. But we want to make sure that we're aware of those safety protocols. Also, if you can look to the back, we have an amazing live stream. We have photographers that we've hired. We want to make sure that we keep the middle aisle clear. Please do not use flash, as it can interrupt the professional photographs that our photographers are taking. And also, please no rushing the stage. We haven't really had any issues with that, but it gets exciting. And so we want to make sure that there's orderly fashion, especially when it's time to depart. But other than that, I hope that you have an amazing, amazing time today. Celebrate your children who have worked hard. Let's give them a round of applause really quickly. I also want to say, let's give a round of applause to their amazing educators who have done a phenomenal job of getting them here. The next voice you will hear is that is of our assistant head of school and campus director, Mr. Matthew Mundage.
Merci, Mr. Lang. In just a couple of minutes, the ceremony will start, and now it's the awkward moments when we all wait. I do it every year. It's a job. Now we just have to wait for the students to line up, and then we will start the ceremony. Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the class 2025. everybody. Monsieur Bonnat, Madame Rebaud, please. Thank you all. Okay, before we start the ceremony, I would like to give a couple of thank you. And I'm going to start with you, graduating students. I really want to thank you for your hard work, your resilience, and your growth over the years. So thank you. I also would like to thank all the families and guardians present here today for their support, trust, and partnership with the school. Thank you. I also would like to thank all the teachers, faculty, deans, supporting staff, college counseling department, and all the elementary teachers that help the students achieve this goal. Thank you. I would like to thank Miss Harvey for being an exceptional school leader and a great human being. Thank you, Adelie. I would like to thank all the maintenance team, Joey, Julio, Adam, Nick, Cairo, who are working tirelessly behind the scene to make sure the event happens. I also would like to thank Monsieur Adrien Frier, Consul Général de France, for honoring the ceremony with his presence and his words. I would also like to thank all the board of trustees who are present here today for your commitment to the school mission. I also organized some parent association of volunteers, homeroom parents in the room right now. If you have not been this year, you have been in the past, so I would like to thank you for everything you did, for creating all these nice events and supporting our students. Thank you. As you can also see, there is more and more cord around their neck, and it's due to their amazing student leadership team. And I would like to thank the SB, the NHS, and all club leaders that have made this campus amazing. Thank you. I would also like to thank all the alumni students. I saw a couple today. Thanks to you for coming back here and celebrating with us. And finally, I would like to thank Libby over there. Thank you, Libby. You're organizing this event. Nothing is happening without you, so thanks a lot. And now I have the pleasure to call on stage Miss Annelie Harvey, Head of School.
Good morning. It's a big book. It's important to have books in schools. Very special guests, including Monsieur Adrien Frier, Consul General, French Consulate in Los Angeles, members of the LILA Board of Trustees and School Leadership Team, members of faculty and staff, and most importantly, the class of 2025, and your parents, family, loved ones, and friends. Welcome to your graduation ceremony. Today, we send on their way our 54 graduates of the LILA class of 2025. 22 of you have just completed your French baccalaureate, including 16 students presenting the demanding BFI, Baccalauréat Français International, with its bilingual component. 32 of you, we can whoop, that's good. Yes, Eva. And again, throughout. 32 of you have just completed the IB diploma and certificates. Two of you hail from Orange County. Wow. Respect. 7 from West Valley. Shout out to West Valley. 11 from Pasadena. 16 from Los Feliz. And 18 of you are fellow travelers joining the path along the way. "36 of you are LILA lifers. In the immortal words of Sister Sledge, we are family, and this class is family like no other. A few more thank yous from me. Every single one of your teachers and all of our staff members, campus assistants, maintenance, right from the get-go at Los Feliz, Pasadena, Orange County, West Valley, and Burbank. A big thank you to the LILA teachers of 12th grade this year. Merci. Un grand merci. A big thank you to our head of French studies, Emmanuel Acquier. She had me, and not only me, in floods of tears yesterday with her mathematical homage to Madi Chung. A big thank you to Principal Mathieu Bonin, the one and only. And to Madame Vieillard, who I've seen somewhere for overseeing Parker Soup. Côté IB. IB and CAS coordinator, Miss Edwards. And to IB coordinator, Mr. E. To our teacher advisors, Emma Brody and Carole Ribot. To Aisha King, our Director of College Counseling, and her Associate Director, Lisa Pino. Big shout out to Dr. Alicia, who knows this class well. Burbank Campus Director, Monsieur Mondange. Assistant Head of School. And again to Faisal Faisal wears many hats as High School Director and Emily Noble as Middle School Director. Mylène Bram is not here because she has a personal emergency, but she loves you. You know that. Tyreek Lang, Dean of Students and Student Inclusion. Tyreek is moving on with the class of 2025, and he's close to these young people. And like this beautiful cohort, he will be missed, but we wish him well, and we will follow his journey like a proud parent. Parents, thank you for entrusting the Lycée International de Los Angeles, LILA, with your precious children. We know that a LILA education brings friends for life. And we thank you for your partnership with us and the gift you've given us and your children. This speech comes from the heart. They're a very special group of young people, and they've been through a lot. The pandemic hit them at a key age, and it was tough. And some of the young people sitting before me lost their homes and all of their belongings in the Eaton fire. Others were displaced. And this rocked our city and our community. But LILA is Altadena strong. And we've come through. And we'll rebuild. We will rebuild. Yesterday, I spent the most enjoyable 90 minutes of my working week with these people at the Senior Awards luncheon. Thank you, Megan. I cried, not once, but about 10 times. And other teachers cried, and students cried, because there are real connections, real emotions, real feelings, mixed feelings, pure joy and happiness, excitement, sadness at the end of an era, camaraderie, solidarity, anticipation for what's to come. And as they were picking up their goodie bags, I mentioned to someone that I'd cried several times, and they said, "Miss Harvey, those were cathartic tears." They're smart. I mean, they're wise. I'm like, wow. I think it was Sophia. I'm pretty sure it was Sophia. As this class knows, I'm a linguist, and I have a deep interest in words and word choice. I'm also interested in placing constraints on language as well, like poetry. And so I decided to brainstorm 5 abstract nouns that the class of 2025 embodies for me, and you inspired me to this list. But I had to put a constraint on it because they had to be words that would work in French and English, which is not so difficult because of Latin and Greek. But here are my words for you. La gratitude. Gratitude. You show this. L'humilité. Humility. You live this. La ténacité. Tenacity. Le respect. Again, you give this. Respect. And this one's important. La fortitude. Fortitude. You've been through a lot, and the world needs you more than ever. Class of 2025, you are a force. Your smiles, your kindness, your enthusiasm, you give us hope. During the very enjoyable poetry class that I taught with some of you in 10th grade, Benji analysed this Emily Dickinson poem, which is short, on which I'll close. It was very good analysis, by the way, Benji. And it's in this big book. And the title is Hope is a Thing with Feathers. The Thing with Feathers. I need to get that right. Hope is the thing with feathers. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Class of 2025, you give us hope. You have a place in our hearts. Farewell. It gives me great pleasure now to welcome to the stage Monsieur le Consul Général, Adrien Frère, French Consul General in Los Angeles, to address our students.
Wow. I can tell you, I got the pleasure to welcome the Paris Saint-Germain French Soccer Club earlier this week, and there was definitely not the same level of excitement, so congratulations for that. Madame la directrice, chère Annie Harvey, Mesdames et Messieurs les directeurs et les directrices de campus, Mesdames et Messieurs les professeurs, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres de l'équipe administrative, chers parents, et bien sûr vous, chers élèves. It's a great pleasure to be with you today. And I must say it's kind of a special moment for me because it's my first graduation ceremony here at LILA as Consul General. And being here in front of you today, I'm thinking of the fact that eventually I will end up in the same position as you parents when my kids come of age to graduate, and I can only hope that they will be offered the chance to celebrate it in such an amazing fashion. I'm also thinking of the fact that when I was a lycée student, some years ago, I'm not going to tell you how many, but some years ago I would say, I didn't really like when I had to come to school on a Saturday, but I guess today is kind of an exception for you as we get to celebrate your achievements and your excellence in front of your two families. Your parents and your siblings, of course, but also your LILA family. The teachers, campus directors, all the staff members, and of course, your classmates. So please, I hope you forgive me, but please allow me to continue a bit in French as a tribute of the fact that you're today graduating from a prestigious French international school. Je vais vous parler à vous d'abord, chers élèves. L'obtention d'un diplôme, c'est l'aboutissement d'années de travail. Mais c'est aussi, je pense qu'on vous l'a beaucoup répété, en un sens, le passage à l'âge adulte. C'est le moment où vous décidez, peut-être pour la première fois, de votre destin à la fois sur un plan professionnel et personnel. C'est un moment unique. C'est un moment de liberté et aussi un moment de responsabilité. Alors, pour le chemin que vous avez parcouru et pour l'exigence avec laquelle vous vous y êtes impliqué, vous pouvez être fiers de vous, comme je le suis, comme vos professeurs et comme vos parents le sont pour vous. Alors ce matin, je voudrais aussi vous inviter à prendre un moment pour vous souvenir de tous ceux qui vous ont accompagné durant ce chemin et qui vous ont permis de le parcourir si brillamment. Tout d'abord, first come first, vos parents qui ont fait le choix. Vos parents qui ont fait le choix de vous inscrire au lycée international de Los Angeles et qui vous ont donné la chance d'étudier dans le meilleur environnement qui soit. Let me say a few words in English for those parents who don't speak French. Dear parents, you gave your children a priceless gift, a stimulating, multicultural, and multilingual education sealed with success. The choice to offer your kids the privilege to attend a French international school will resonate far beyond today. And I can tell you, without a shred of doubt, that their schooling here at LILA will be influential for the rest of their lives. Be sure that you've offered your kids the chance to become true global citizens. Je voudrais aussi rendre hommage à l'ensemble de la communauté éducative, thank you for that, du lycée international de Los Angeles. Yeah, even the cops want to attend the ceremony, so that's a cool thing. Des enseignants passionnés jusqu'aux équipes administratives engagées. So please allow me to express my sincere gratitude to the whole school community. You have dedicated considerable amount of time and energy to provide your students with an education that reflects the highest standards of excellence, alongside with an environment that fosters their full potential and promotes humanist values: openness, curiosity, equality, tolerance. So for all the hard work that you've accomplished, and for the many success reflected in your students' achievements, I offer my sincere and heartfelt congratulations. You might not be aware of that, but earlier this week, it was on Tuesday, we had a very special moment with the LILA community at the Résidence de France, whereby we anointed Mathieu Mondange as a knight of the French Order of the Academic Palms. It was for the French government a way to pay tribute to Mathieu's personal achievements and to the unique contribution he's provided to the teaching in French in the southern part of California. But through Mathieu, it was also a way to pay tribute to the extraordinary dedication of the whole LILA community. All of you, teachers, staff, students, you have, over the years, left your mark on the remarkable history of the Lycée Français, of the Lycée International, of Los Angeles. I was at the Lycée Français yesterday, so kind of. The lycée was founded back in 1978 by Francophone and Francophile parents committed to providing their children with an excellent bilingual education that combines the best of both the French and the American school systems. LILA has evolved and is today a dynamic and absolutely prestigious institution with around 1,000 students from over 65 nationalities. It's a really small but true full world. Today, and over the years, the school has continued to grow while staying true to the vision of its founders. As I said, an openness to the world, commitment to multilingualism, a spirit of curiosity, and a pursuit of academic excellence. These values resonate profoundly with the spirits of the French Republic, and I thank you for cultivating them here in this esteemed institution. An institution that the French Consulate in Los Angeles and the Villa Albertine Los Angeles are proud to have been supporting for years, and I can tell you for sure will keep supporting in many years to come. Quick side note, if you allow me, because there is a specific person I would like to pay tribute to as well. It happens that I am the one delivering this speech because I'm the Consul General. But there is one person within the consulate that has been working extremely hard to support the lycée. This person is Benoît Labat. He is the attaché for higher education and university cooperation. He couldn't be here with us today, and he will unfortunately go back to France later on this summer. But I really want to associate it with my speech today because he really cares about this place, the LILA, and he's made everything in his power, and he's done a lot of positive things to promote cooperation and to support what your teachers and your directors are doing. So, Mathieu, I know you like me lots. Benoît, you think of me. And I would also like, obviously, to commend the LILA team for the remarkable sense of professionalism, community and solidarity they demonstrated in navigating the difficult challenges brought by the dramatic fires earlier this year. So my deepest thanks to each and every one of you. What you did to support those in the community that were impacted has really forced admiration. And obviously, I really want to have a special word of thank you for you, Anne-Lee, for your dedication and the leadership you've shown throughout the whole year, and including during this very difficult period as the head of LILA. Bravo. Chers élèves, switching back to French. Chers élèves, grâce à une formation qui conjugue les forces du système scolaire français et américain, vous êtes prêts à franchir les prochaines étapes dans les plus grandes institutions. Je sais que cette promotion, cette classe 2025 ne fera pas exception. Vous intégrerez les meilleures universités américaines, j'espère aussi un peu les meilleures universités françaises. Et la formation que vous avez eue vous ouvrira les portes pour des carrières formidables, notamment à l'international. Et je sais que les valeurs que vous avez reçues vous permettront de promouvoir, où que vous soyez dans le futur, les valeurs de dialogue, de tolérance et d'inclusion qui seront la clé pour faire avancer le monde. Vous abordez, avec l'obtention de votre diplôme, une nouvelle étape de votre vie. Et vous le faites dans un monde en mutation, dans un monde difficile, qui doit faire face à des défis qui sont aussi immenses qu'urgents. Des défis sécuritaires, je pense que tous ceux qui regardent la presse internationale le savent. Des défis démocratiques, des défis sociologiques, des défis environnementaux. Mais comme le disait Einstein, c'est dans la difficulté que se cachent les opportunités. Alors oui, je ne vais pas vous mentir, le monde qui vous attend est complexe, le monde qui vous attend est difficile, et le monde qui vous attend est dangereux. Mais c'est aussi un monde qui vous tend les bras avec ses possibilités. C'est votre monde. Vous êtes mieux armés que quiconque pour tirer le meilleur, soyez-en absolument convaincus. Vos connaissances, vos compétences seront essentielles, mais aussi l'ouverture d'esprit que le lycée international de Los Angeles vous a donnée. Tout ça vous fourniront les clés pour bâtir un monde meilleur. Alors, je vais terminer en vous disant une chose, c'est peut-être moins un conseil qu'une prière. S'il vous plaît, conservez la capacité précieuse que vous avez acquise ici au cours des dernières années à argumenter, à débattre avec respect, à prendre du recul, à exercer votre sens critique. Ne cédez jamais à la facilité. Ne pensez jamais que tout est acquis. Travaillez, osez, pensez. Soyez ambitieux, soyez courageux, soyez créatifs pour inventer des solutions, là où les autres vous diront qu'il n'y a que des impasses. Continuez à embrasser le monde dans sa complexité et inventez ensemble les solutions de demain. Enfin, et surtout, conservez de vos années au LILA le lien fort que vous avez d'ores et déjà tissé avec la France, d'où que vous veniez. Avec la France, avec son histoire, avec sa langue, avec sa culture et avec ses valeurs. Et ajoutez à votre tour votre propre pierre à l'édifice pour continuer à entretenir cette si précieuse amitié franco-américaine. Nelson Mandela disait que l'éducation est l'arme la plus puissante au monde. Et l'arme la plus puissante pour changer le monde. Cette arme, elle est maintenant à vous. Alors utilisez-la de la meilleure manière possible. Encore une fois, toutes mes félicitations à la classe de 2025. C'est un plaisir d'avoir été avec vous.
Thank you, Adrien. We have also invited Nikki Perez, the mayor of Burbank, to the ceremony. However, she's expecting very soon, so she could not make it. She sent us a video message instead. We're going to listen to her.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Burbank Mayor Nikki Perez. On behalf of the Burbank City Council, I'm honored to recognize all the graduates of the International School of Los Angeles Burbank campus class of 2025. I'm so sorry I'm unable to be with you in person to celebrate today. I'm most likely welcoming my little one or getting very ready too soon, but I'm so proud of all of you. And I wanted to let you know how personally excited I am to see where you will go from here. Your time at LILA was filled with learning, both inside and outside the classroom, and those things will stay with you as you navigate this new time in the rest of your lives. I remember my graduation day as such a fun, exciting day, filled with sad goodbyes, but really exciting new beginnings. And I hope you take the time today to reflect on this, to enjoy it with your family, your friends, your classmates, and all your teachers. Remember, the Burbank community will always have a place for you in our hearts and will support you in all the things you do. I know you will go on to do great things. So to all the graduates of the International School of Los Angeles Burbank campus, class of 2025, your future is bright. I wish you continued success as you carry on your journey to greatness. Never forget us here in Burbank and spread your wings and fly. Congratulations!
Thank you, Mayor Perez. That's really nice of you. And now I'm going to call on stage our IB valedictorian, Flora Haberman.
Merci, Monsieur Mondange. Parents, graduates, good morning. Not so long ago, in Dr. Popwell's English literature class, we were attempting to decipher the true meaning of goodbye through the words of John Donne, a 17th century metaphysical poet. It seemed so simple at first, like a superficial, universal experience that was somewhat self-explanatory. A hand waving out the passenger seat window of a moving car, a nostalgic glance into the rearview mirror, the classic, bittersweet farewell, an ending. Yet now, looking back as we run past the finish line, I think we can all agree that saying goodbye is far more complicated than we initially thought. Even John Donne, as irritatingly cryptic as he could sometimes be, recognized this. In fact, he begins his poem, A Valediction Forbidding Mourning, by commenting on the obscure nature of departure and death. And I quote, "As virtuous men pass mildly away and whisper to their souls to go, whilst some of their sad friends do say, the breath goes now, and some say, no." The truth is, the act of saying goodbye can never really be contained into a single finite moment. Donne's examination of the blurred line between sleep and death mirrors how hard it can be to pinpoint the exact moment when a chapter of our lives is closing and a new one is opened. Goodbyes transcend time and space, and it is perhaps true to conclude that they never really leave us. This, I think, is a particularly important lesson to keep in mind as each of us prepares to leave LILA behind and embark on new journeys. These past 4 years, and far longer for most, will forever be a part of us. The memories made, the knowledge acquired, the moments of chaos and shared laughter. But today isn't just about our goodbyes among peers. It's about our gratitude for the many wonderful teachers who made our success possible. To Dr. Strong, Mr. Ishik, Madame Leroy, Dr. Lair, Miss Noonan, Dr. Popwell, of course, Mr. McClanahan, and all the other teachers who offered their unconditional support as we navigated through the IB diploma program. I say, thank you. On behalf of the IB chemistry and physics classes, I would also like to offer our deepest thanks to Miss Adams and Miss Edwards, who both worked tirelessly to help us make the best of our IAs and exams this year. We couldn't have done it without you. To the parents and families here celebrating this milestone, everything we are today was made possible by you. Your unconditional love and support has been a lifeline during times of stress and uncertainty. the time, energy, and care that my parents have devoted to my development as both a student and young woman is commendable. Mama, Papa, thank you for honoring me with your love and being a constant source of inspiration in my life. Catalina and Elle, thank you for being the best sisters and, most importantly, the best friends I could have ever asked for. And finally, to all of my peers, over the next few months, so much is going to change. You'll think back to your high school years, reminisce, smile, and reflect, maybe even cry a little, which we've all done a lot of in the past 72 hours. But most of all, you will keep saying goodbye over and over again. And though our paths are all going to be wonderfully unique, I believe there is one common truth we can cling to, no matter where life leads us. Don't let the uncertainty hold you back. Yes, change is scary, overwhelming. But there is an inevitable, essential catalyst for growth. As John Donne advises, and I quote, "Though I must go, endure not yet a breach, but an expansion, like gold to airy thinness beat." Let the wisdom you've gained at LILA serve as guardrails for your future endeavors. Remember the value that can be gleaned from past experiences, both victories and failures. Never forget where you've been. Or, as said much more eloquently by Donne, and I quote, "Such wilt thou be to me who must, like the other foot, obliquely run. Thy firmness makes my circle just and makes me end where I begun." To the class of 2025, congratulations and goodbye.
Thank you, Flora. It was a fantastic speech. Félicitations. Alors, before we go to the FB Valedictorian, and this year we have two because they have exactly the same GPA since 9th grade. It's unbelievable. We try and try, so we have two this year. And before I call on stage the French valedictorian, we would like to share a little bit of a video, our memories video, and it's pretty fun.
My favorite LILA memory is the Washington DC trip.
My favorite LILA memory was the Model UN trip to New York.
My favorite LILA memory is when we won a tournament, volleyball tournament, and won a gold medal.
When the whole music class went to the Baked Potato and we saw a jazz concert, and it was really cool.
My favorite LILA memory was the trip to Paris in 5th grade. The Paris trip.
The 5th grade Paris trip.
Pour moi, c'était une fois en seconde où on n'avait pas cours de français. Du coup, on a joué à Uno avec mes amis et avec un surveillant Cali pendant 1 heure.
The Catalina Island trip in 6th grade.
My class's trip to Greece, and we would all hang out in our hotel room together, the 306.
One time in 3rd grade, I was gonna go play and I had this plastic water bottle and I threw it and it flipped like 3 times and landed on its cap and I freaked out.
Mon souvenir préféré, c'était probablement le voyage à Pali en 5e, puisque c'est là où j'ai pu me rapprocher de Sarah Napoli.
Eating hush puppies and mac and cheese in St. Louis with Mr. Ling and my friends.
Me and a couple of my friends would play pirate music and pretend we were pirates and walk the plank.
We went to Joshua Tree and we were eating Jelly Bellies in the desert at night.
The class trip to Costa Rica.
Sitting on the floor in Costa Rica waiting to eat a bag of Takis.
And my favorite LILA memory is the last night of Costa Rica when it was raining and we were all singing and dancing.
My favorite memory was raising our ya-ya-yas in choir.
Oh. Souvenir préféré au Lila, je pense que c'était la danse d'Halloween. Je trouvais ça marrant de voir le lycée dans Notre univers.
Wearing the drunk simulation goggles in SEHS.
When we won the league, the soccer league, when I was in 9th grade.
My favorite LILA memory is just playing and having fun.
Well said, Benji. I agree. Let's have fun. I'm now going to call on stage our first French valedictorian, Madeleine Chung.
Merci, Monsieur Mondange. Dear esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, beloved friends and family, and graduating class of 2025, it is a great honor to be standing in front of you all today. I first want to recognize all the people that have been supportive to the class of 2025, the whole administration, friends and family, and our school leaders, Monsieur Mondange, Mr. E, Ms. Corral, Mylène, Mr. Lang, and of course, Ms. Harvey. Furthermore, I know we could not have been the same successful LILA students as we are today without the help of all our teachers. I want to extend my deepest gratitude towards every LILA teacher that has taught the class of 2025, from preschool up until senior year. Specifically, I want to give a special shout out to the teachers of FB. Though they oftentimes perfectly reincarnated the strict French teacher stereotype, they also pushed us to be the best versions of ourselves every day. From Monsieur Bonin's passionate talks on obscure philosophers, to Madame Ekel's unending knowledge of both math and how to correctly fill out the baccalaureate forms, to the constant reminder of Madame Viard's love for Jean Moulin, and countless more, we truly couldn't have made it without them. Amidst all the hustle and bustle of the end of senior year, I want to use my speech to reflect on our time at LILA. Whether you've been at LILA for only a year or since you were 3 years old, I know we can all agree that LILA is a pretty unique place to be. For example, when people ask me what school I go to, I never quite know what to say. Does the French immersion school sound a bit pretentious? Should I just leave it at a private school in Burbank? The truth is, I know that whatever I say will fail to capture what LILA truly represents to its students. To an outsider, LILA might seem like a strange school, where the roofs sometimes leak, our soccer field is made out of concrete, the 6th grade classrooms are called the village, and bathroom stalls don't always close perfectly. And while all of these things may be true, my peers and I come back year after year to this place. Writing this speech, I asked myself, why LILA? As I brainstormed late into the night, I came to the conclusion that these quirks and imperfections constitute the spirit of our school. This spirit, this intangible feeling that one gets as a LILA student, cannot be quickly explained to outsiders. Instead, it is made up of countless memories and the knowledge that, while this may sound cheesy, LILA is family. Because it's only at LILA that students can grow up reading French poems every month, singing La Marseillaise at Pasadena's Winterfest, and traveling across the world to Paris in 5th grade. It's only at LILA where it is rare to find an unfamiliar face in the hallways. And as one of the representative speakers for the FB class, I can confidently say that it's only at LILA where the FB class is so much more than a random group of kids studying the French curriculum. We endured pretty heated debates in history class, seemingly never-ending French philosophy exams, and interesting times swimming together every week. And I can say that not a single day went by without moments like these which made the FB class so unique. This group of students, some French, some American, some both and more, have truly grown to hold a special place in my heart. So as we embark on different journeys in a rapidly changing and progressively uncertain world, I believe it to be increasingly important to remember to find humanity, compassion, and community in the most unlikely of places. We might not meet many others who have completed the IB or FB curriculum, and the academic rigor, or let's be honest, the academic stress, like Madame Vial's weekly history oral interrogations, that we experience with LILA won't necessarily resonate with others. But we can take from LILA countless examples of understanding and fighting for each other amidst our quirks, not despite our differences, but because of them. As we leave this chapter of our lives, no matter where you go and who you meet, remember how we, the class of 2025, proved to be a class accepting of others, compassionate for the disadvantaged, and a voice for those without. I was looking back at my old elementary cahiers and classeurs when I found a poem by Maurice Carême that I recited in 3rd grade. So I thought I'd close this chapter of our lives with a full circle, sharing it with you all today as a vision for our future. Prenez du soleil dans le creux des mains, un peu de soleil, et partez au loin. Partez dans le vent, suivez votre rêve. Partez à l'instant, la jeunesse est brève. Il est des chemins inconnus des hommes. Il est des chemins si aériens. Ne regrettez pas ce que vous quittez. Regardez là-bas, l'horizon briller. Loin, toujours plus loin, partez en chantant. Le monde appartient à ceux qui n'ont rien. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Merci Maddy. Très beau discours, très touchant. Ooh. Okay, let's move on to the next steps. Now we're going to watch the 3 words video. Off you go.
If I had to describe my senior class in 3 words, I'd say they are hectic, fun, but also very competitive.
Hardworking,
Unforgettable.
creative,
Swag.
Driven.
Funny.
Passionate.
ambitious,
Connected.
fun, social, and welcoming.
Friendly.
Liberating.
Charismatique.
I would describe our class as legendary, greedy, and quirky.
And loud.
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 Goofy, epic demons. International.
And whimsical.
And fortunate.
Chaotic.
Liddy.
And cheeky.
Gentille, marrante, et bizarre.
Baddies.
To describe my senior class in 3 words, I would say chaotic as bleep.
Connected.
Passionné.
Anxious.
Anxious.
Dynamic.
Silly.
Whimsical. Family.
Optimistic.
Fun, chill, and different.
And rambunctious.
A family.
Charismatic.
Silly. Family.
The only word I could ever use is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
If I had to choose 3 words to describe my senior class, I would say, finally, it's over.
It's not over, Benjamin. We still have ceremony. I'm now going to call on stage our last speaker of the day, Scarlet Bowen, French valedictorian.
$5,043. That is the amount of days that the LILA community has been a part of my life. Throughout these 14 years, which have gone in a bittersweet blur, I have spent many hours laboring and laughing, smiling and stressing, and each moment is one that I will cherish, because I spent it not just in a school, but in a home. I'd first like to give credit where credit is due, and much credit is indeed due. J'aimerais remercier mes professeurs et l'administration. I'd like to thank my teachers and the administration, qui m'ont guidée depuis les 14 ans que je suis en LILA, that have guided me for the 14 years that I've been at LILA. Your classes have marked me, and I promise to hold the lessons I have learned in years to come. If conversation ever leads to international maritime law, I feel that I'm quite well-versed. Thank you to my family for their unbelievable and unwavering support through thick and thin. These sacrifices that you have made and the encouragement that you have given are things that I will never be able to repay. And finally, thank you to my class, the LILA class of 2025, all of whom I've gotten to know over time, whether it be a year or 14, and some of whom I have the honor to call my best friends. I may be pathetic in attempting to conserve my memories with this class in the form of a plethora of photos, but know that if I could capture every moment on film that I've spent with you all, I would. I've always dreamt of writing a novel with the eloquence of Wilde and the romance of Austen, with the far-off places of the Brothers Grimm and the significance of Orwell. I didn't realize that all this time I've been writing a story of my own. To say that we are merely venturing down a path makes it seem as though we are passive, and that we have no choice in the manner of our direction. In reality, I see us all as writers in our own stories with control over our futures and reign over what happens next. We are all directors in our own plays, scientists in our own experiments, and artists in our own exhibitions, and we may all dare to write our own futures. When writing and I encounter writer's block, there's only one thing that has ever helped me. Start your story from the middle. We may not always know where we start or how we end up where we begin, nor are we prophets that can see where we'll ultimately end up, or are we wizards that can profit from magically induced stability. It's unrealistic to expect so much of ourselves, yet what we can do is visualize a moment, something that you can attain, and keep your eyes on that prize. Building backwards and forwards from there may not be as difficult as you may think. And I believe that LILA has been that for all of us. We cannot pretend that this chapter has been some insignificant prologue provided to readers for a bit of context before the story actually begins. This place, these people have shaped us, characterized and morphed us into who we will be when we turn the next page. This graduation is not a mere beginning or a slender introduction, but a middle, a vital part of the rising action, of the discovery of the setting, of certain characters, but most of all of the protagonists. We are each other. You may not even know it, but you may have gained a fraction of someone's laugh when they told a joke, or even a fragment of someone's mind just from hearing them speak. We are molded by those we hold close to us and eroded by the influence of time. And yes, you may have lost a spark of hope that wide-eyed freshman you had. I know I did. But you may have also gained a glimmer of certainty or a flicker of interest in the unknown. You may have changed, lost yourself, and rediscovered yourself. You may have abandoned what you thought you knew and replaced it with something new. This block will fluctuate, ease will come and go, because we cannot expect utopia out of reality. And yet we mustn't be afraid of writer's block. We cannot shy away from the unexplored, from the walls that we may have to climb or the tough chapters that we will have to brave. LILA is an exceptional place, one that crafts a perceptive and discerning lens on life, one that celebrates all characters and all stories. Embrace that and know that every person's story is unique and extraordinary. You never know where it may lead. It does not lessen your worth to need to learn yet another lesson. I don't think we will ever leave school, and I don't think that LILA will ever leave us, and nor would I want it to, for one can only wonder what would have become of the last 5,043 days without LILA, and where we would be today without it.
Un grand merci, Scarlett. Très beau discours. We almost at the moment where they will go on stage and you can clap. But before that, we have one more video to watch, and it's the Years at LILA video.
I have been at LILA for 4 years now.
I started at LILA in 2nd grade when I was 7 years old.
And I've been in and out of LILA since kindergarten.
I've been at LILA since 11th grade.
I've been at LILA for 13 years.
So I started at LILA 5 years ago.
I first came to LILA when I was 16 years old.
Ça fait 14 ans, donc j'avais 3 ans.
I've been at LILA since pre-K for 14 years when I was 4 years old.
I've been at LILA since preschool. I was 4.
I've been at LILA since I was 6.
I've been at LILA since 1st grade.
I've been at LILA since 1st grade. I joined in 9th grade.
I'm a LILA lifer, so 4 years old. And I was 14 years old.
I've been at LILA since I was in kindergarten.
I've been at LILA for 12 years and I started when I was 6.
J'ai été au LILA depuis la 5e et j'avais 11 ans quand je suis arrivée au LILA.
I've been at LILA for 13 years. So I started LILA when I was 3 years old.
And so I've been here for almost 15 years.
And I started when I was 4, I think.
I've been at LILA since kindergarten. I joined in pre-K.
I've been at LILA for 3 years.
Yeah, I was 4 when I started.
Pour moi, ça fait 12 ans et j'avais 6 ans.
Je suis arrivée au LILA en grande section et j'avais 5 ans.
15 when I came into 9th grade.
And I've been to LILA for 2 years. Donc je suis au LILA depuis fin août et j'avais 17 ans.
I've been at LILA for 15 and a half years. I'm a LILA lifer. I've been here since preschool.
Ça fait 4 ans, donc j'avais 14 ans.
I've been at LILA since kindergarten.
Since preschool, I was like 5 years old.
I was 3.
I started at LILA at 15 years old.
I've been at LILA my entire life.
And I was about 4 years old when I started.
And I was 14 years old.
I was 14.
And I started when I was 5.
I have been at LILA for 14 years.
I've been at LILA for 8 years.
I've been at LILA for 14 years. «
470 ans, ça en fait des années, ça. And now it's the time that you're all waiting for. I'm going to ask the third row to stand up. Third row, yep. Exit on the right. Sorry, parents, guardians, it's going to take a little moment to set them up. Second row. Levez-vous, s'il vous plaît. Please exit on the right. That's where we take picture. Le premier rang, please rise and exit on the right. Yeah, I think we should. So parents, we're going to call them one by one on stage. Please, if you want to take a picture, go behind Doug, the school photographer. Doug, can you raise your hand? So no one in front of the camera, please.
Scarlet Bowen. Madeline Chung. Flora Haberman. Benjamin Schaefer. Dorian Shaban. Ella Basil Gopfer. Benjamin Sarina. Thomas Caetano. Plum Graham. Pauline Kaiser. Dakota Ravel. With her aides Soraya Valles and Amanda Mendoza. Nikolai Avuskevich. Ava Boyd. Sophia Campbell. Tim Chung. Arjuna Coltrane. Apolline Combry. Olivia de Revel. Ariadna Dickers-Varantsova. Kane Dodgen. Joaquin Frederick. Liam Farsi. Luca Fournel. Amandine Galama. Camille Gilly. Georgina Gomez. Allison Goodman. Flore Gressette. Anissa Hadnagi. Sarin Hovsepian. Melanie Cassie. Julian Kintz. Leodan Lawson. Conrad Lebecki Moore. Robin Lécroix. Camille Masson. Mia Moran. Anya O'Neill. Shanti Oteza. Raphaël Philippe. August Porter. Astrid Rasmussen. Scarlet Ropel. Zoe Ship. Vivian Sievers. Lydia Soul. Kimaya Soltero Limon. Nadia Third. Natalia Third. Ellie Tiba. Thomas Terrain. Lily Marie Valette. Morgan Vernies. Laurent Wang.
And one more time, a big round of applause for the class of 2025. Congratulations, students. Congratulations, parents. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, staff. The ceremony is not over, but you can clap. Thank you, thank you. We have a new addition this year to our traditional graduation ceremony. The choir, led by our director of music, Miss Brody, will come on stage and perform. Miss Brody? So it's going to require a little bit of time so we can set up properly the choir. So thank you for your patience. And of course, nobody's leaving, because after we're going on the basketball court to toss the cap. All the graduates, please rise and come to join the choir. Now, the graduates were part of the choir, of course. Not all of them. Okay. Yeah. Do you think we can play the baby slideshow while they wait?
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
If you want to ask, go ask the tent. Okay. That's perfect.
That's perfect? Okay. But actually, I'm going to put it down. There's no cable. I'm going to put it down. We don't need it anymore. Yeah.
this one. Just be careful.
Thank you for your patience. We are ready to go. I need to take this opportunity to thank our valedictorians again. Be in no doubt, please, about the excellence of these young people and their education. Those speeches were truly outstanding. Thank you. My understanding is that prior to the choir singing, Nadia and Natalia will perform a special tribute.
Thank you, Miss Brody. Congratulations to the choir. Thank you, thank you. And now, parents, while you're going to enjoy the baby slideshow on the screen, we're going to set up the students so we can take group pictures. Students, up. First, d'accord.